Hey guys, welcome back to Star Citizen. So as always guys, thank you so much for joining me for a brand new Star Citizen video. And today is the last day of Invictus launch week. And we have saved the best for last. So here is the UEE Warhammer, the Javelin class destroyer, coming in to dry dock just above the atmosphere of ArcCorp at the Bygenie Point space station. Check out all the cool fireworks. How awesome is that? So the UEE Warhammer, the Javelin class destroyer, is now available for a tour. Now the reason why they can give you a tour of the inside of the ship is because ship to station docking is in game now. The Javelin will go ahead and just dock with the station. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a top-down view of the Javelin, and then we're gonna go inside. We're gonna go ahead and park the ship, go inside the elevator, go down and get a tour, a guided tour of the Javelin destroyer. So let's go ahead and stop right in the middle of the fireworks. There it is. She's coming to port. Now physically the ship docks with the station. There's a docking port on the ship, and then there's a docking collar on the station. How awesome is this? So in a moment you guys will see that docking arm, docking collar extend. If I can give you guys a better look. There you go. So right there, there's the docking arm from the station, and that is the docking collar of the UEE Warhammer, the Javelin. So we're gonna go down on an elevator, and we're gonna be walking through this hallway here into the Javelin. How awesome is that? Let me give you guys some more external shots of the awesome Javelin. Now guys, if you think the Javelin is big, well, you're in for a surprise. The Bengal Carrier is also coming, but it won't be available for a tour as such, but we will be able to see it fly around in a moment. But first we're gonna go inside and we're gonna look at the Javelin. How awesome does that look? And how beautiful is ArcCorp? So cool. Yep, there is the Javelin. Very nice. Now you guys might be wondering, can you go ahead and land on those landing pads down there? No, you can't. That's restricted. It's only for military aircraft, or spacecraft I should say. Civilians can't land down there. So if we have a look at the Javelin, it has 6 turrets, 3 on each side. So if I go ahead and stop the ship here, there we go. So we can see, let's go to the internal view. So let's see what we can see from the outside. Now there is 6 turrets, 3 on each side, there and there, 2 on the front here, and 1 big turret in the back. And there's probably more turrets down underneath the ship as well. So this is not only for military ships. These are for larger vessels in the UEE or in the persistent universe. So if you got a Hull E, a Hull D, a Hull C, any of the larger ships that are planned for Star Citizen, you'd come here, dock, and get inside the station, because there aren't hangars large enough to fit those super large ships. And some of those super large ships, like the Hull E, won't be able to go down to atmosphere. So yeah, this ship-to-station docking is absolutely necessary. Now, this is the corridor that I was showing you guys from the Vanguard from up there. So this is the docking arm that extended out to the Javelin. So here it is. It's very nice. Absolutely breathtaking. And here is the Javelin. So this is the connecting part that connects the ship to the station, right here. This is the part that extends out right at the end, and then here is the docking port, or the docking collar of the ship. And welcome to the Aegis Dynamics Javelin, guys. This is the UEE Warhammer. Let's get it started. And this is going to be a guided tour, so we got to listen to what these guys have to say. Hello?
Welcome aboard UEES Warhammer. As part of this year's Invictus celebrations, I'd like to invite you to take a look around and get an up-close look at an active military vessel. Some of the actual crew members have graciously volunteered their time to explain what life is like aboard the ship. I would like to remind you that the entire ship is not available for exploration, so please be respectful of unauthorized areas. Thank you, and enjoy your visit.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this tour started. It's very, very exciting. Very exciting. So, cargo this way, mess hall that way. So this is a very large ship. So this ship is in fact purchasable for players. It is available to purchase for players. Now this thing has a crew of 80 people minimum. Actually, not minimum, but it has a crew of 80 people to run it. Now this is, as I said, this is purchasable by players. So many people who own Javelins, who own this ship, can come and have a look at their ship. Now over there was the docking port. This is the ship-to-station docking elevators that we just came out of. So you guys can see from there, from the window. Really, really awesome. Now you guys might be wondering, what's all this padding on the wall? Now, hypothetically, in space stations, right, or in spacecraft, there will be times where the ship will lose gravity. So you'd be floating around in here. And if you get pushed or something, you don't want to bump your head against a hard surface. In that case, you want to be, get hit into something soft, like a cushion or something like that. That's why the whole side of these ships are lined in these soft materials. Of course, unless of course you hit your head here. In that case, it's gonna hurt. All right, here's a turret. Hello?
Alright, let's settle down. My name's Lieutenant Commander Alderman. I run the turret complement aboard the Warhammer. That means I'm in charge of coordinating fire between our various gunners during a combat engagement in order to maximize combat effectiveness.
Okay.
But when we aren't in combat, I strive to keep my team sharp by running through engagement drills and simulated encounters. Now, the Javelin comes standard with 15 turrets, 13 of which have embedded operators. There are 6 turrets like the one you see here that run along the side of the ship, each of which is equipped with a pair of size 7 cannons for larger targets and a pair of size 4 Gatlings for smaller targets, fighters and even incoming missiles and torpedoes.
Okay.
We've got 4 more turrets on the bow of the ship, armed with size 7 energy cannons and 3 gunners on the underside with the same. All this firepower is coupled with a heavy payload of ordnance to make the Warhammer a real problem for all sizes of ship, hence why we can be tasked to operate independently on patrols without support from the rest of the battle group. During the Xeno threat incursion, our gunners were responsible for the destruction of over 70 hostile elements and several capital ships, as well as protecting the ship from incoming ordnance. As a special treat, we've safetied this turret so you get a taste of what it feels like to
Nice.
All the weapons have been deactivated, so don't worry about accidental discharge. I'll remind you this is an active military vessel, so be respectful all the same.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Alright.
Great Invictus.
Thank you. So we can get inside a turret. Let's go ahead and get inside a turret of a size 7 turret. So this is the turrets that I was showing you guys, 3 on each side. So it's equipped with 2 size 7 guns, and up the top 2 size 4 Gatling guns that can be used against smaller targets or incoming missiles, cruise missiles, smaller missiles, basically acting as CWS. Alright, let's go ahead and move the guns. Wow. Check it out. Wow, these are some large guns, guys. We can blast the station. Check it out. That's where we were, right? From the elevators. That's where we came down from. Wow, this is some heavy firepower. Nice. So let's see how much we can depress the gun. How far down does the gun go? It's not bad. But turrets obviously have an inherent blind zone, right? That's the whole trade-off with turrets. You have blind zones. Very cool. Very nice. Let's go ahead and get out.
We're sorry. You exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage.
Alright, let's settle down.
Alright, thank you.
My name's Lieutenant Commander Alden.
What's this way? Elevators. Elevators. This area is off limits, I guess. Alright, where does this go? Sleeping quarters. Sleeping quarters. Let's go ahead and go down here. Now, the whole ship, as the commander said, the whole ship isn't available for viewing. So, you get stopped by these Marines. They tell you to clear off in a very nice, professional manner. So, there's 2 reasons for why the whole ship isn't available for viewing. One reason is they don't want to spoil all of the ship for parts of it that you're going to be experiencing in Squadron 42, which is the single-player version of Star Citizen, and of course some parts of the ship aren't finished. They physically haven't finished some parts of the ship. Again, we see more of that soft lining on these corridors. All right, sleeping quarters. Hello.
Hi folks, welcome to the Warhammer.
Thank you.
I'm Detmer, and this, as you've probably guessed, is one of the 2 barracks on the ship. And I know, you must be thrilled to see where Navy personnel sleep, and let me be the first.
Not really.
It's every bit as exciting as promised. Javelins are pretty great when it comes to sleeping arrangements, as they have enough bunks for the full crew, which is amazing because it avoids situations known as hot bunking, where you swap out bunks with somebody on the opposite shift, and that is horrible. This one time on my old ship, I had to share with this guy who had just the worst smelling socks. And I'm talking, the military could have weaponized it kind of bad. And I had to try and fall asleep with that every day. So,
Okay.
yeah, after that, these bunks are a dream. And I'm just thinking that, actually, I don't think my CEO would like me talking about how bad hot bunking is. Maybe just
So each person gets a bunk of their own now.
Anyway,
On this ship,
this
actually,
one
I should
has
say.
special slots for personal effects, and is capable of sealing you up to give you a little privacy. People are always moving around the barracks. Sleeping schedules shift slightly too, so they can activate the full crew at a moment's notice if the ship enters heavy combat. So you're kind of always sleeping with one eye open.
Why?
I mean, we get short sleep schedules if we are patrolling dangerous space. So I mean, you already grab your sleep when you can.
Why would you sleep with one eye open?
Sorry,
On alert all the time?
Otherwise, yeah, I'm sure what to tell you. This is where we sleep. Not a whole lot of mystery to it. But I hope this has been enlightening. Please have a look around if you like, but don't touch anything in the bunks, as this is an active ship, and everything in here is the property of the crew. So
Okay.
be cool.
Yep, thank you. So, lots and lots of bunks, lots and lots of beds for people to come and sleep in. Obviously, the crew, as I said, has a crew of 80 plus people, so a lot of people are required, or NPCs, or players, or whatever, to run the ship. Now, there's a minimum amount of crew that is required to run it, and it's not 80. It's probably, I don't know, probably 10, 12, 20, something like that, but it's still a lot. It's a lot of people. This looks comfortable. Beds, lockers that have keypads. Nice. As he said, as the guy was explaining, as the sergeant or whatever he is was explaining, some ships don't have the same facility where, you know, each person doesn't get his own bunk, his or her own bunk. So, yeah, mess hall. Let's go. Check it out. So this is the mess hall. This is where they eat. This is pretty much the cafeteria equivalent of a ship, of a military ship. And here's another person.
My name's Lieutenant Horrigan, and as you can probably tell, this is Warhammer's
excuse me.
mess hall. Definitely one of the more popular spaces on the ship. The mess has a fully automated dispensary since we operate on rotating shifts. We have a standard crew complement of 65 to 70, and meals need to be available at all times, so we have a culinary team always on duty.
Let's not stand too close.
Famous pilot Harry O'Reilly was once quoted as saying, if you ever want to take the temperature of a ship's crew, spend 20 minutes in their mess. Now this is one of the main social areas of the ships where crew members from different departments can catch up in their own downtime. We also use the mess for social events like birthdays, holidays, and promotions, since it's able to hold so many people.
What's his name? Does he have a name tag?
Captain Medcalf.
I can't see his name tag.
In casual gatherings, it's in an effort to entrench camaraderie. So we're in here pretty often. Now, you've probably noticed our games in the corner, so I'll just address the question that everyone asks. Yes, it's pretty competitive. The XO currently has the score to beat. Anyway,
Nice.
I'd like to invite you to have a look around.
Right, thank you. So there are arcade machines, 1980s style arcade machines. Yeah, so here is the kitchen. Wait behind this line until your turn. So you'd come in from this way, you go down that way, and you get served hot meals. And of course, drinks as well. Very nice. Very cool. They've done a great job at modeling all of this. Now, where does this room go? Level 3. Security level 3. Okay. Again, more bunks. More beds. Alright, nice. Where does this go? Does that even open? Oh yeah, it does.
Hello, welcome to the UEE
Wow.
Warhammer.
First aid.
Javelin class destroyer.
Oh, this looks like a bathroom. Yeah, this looks like a group shower and bath type area. This looks like the shower area. Okay. Sink. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So as I said, this ship will be one of the main parts of Squadron 42. So you spend a lot of time in here. You'll be spending a lot of time sleeping here, playing here in Squadron 42. As I said, that's the single player version of the Star Citizen MMO. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the mess hall. Pretty large ship. A very, very large ship. But nothing compared to the Bengal Carrier, guys. Nothing compared to the Bengal Carrier. And you guys will see in a minute when we go and have a look at the Bengal. So, arcade machines, vending machines, med bay. Again, med bay is closed off. It's off limits. Yes, okay. Understood. Arcade machines from the 1980s. Yeah. Air hockey table. Looks like. Again, panels telling you where the ship is. So this ship is going to be open for an hour and 5 minutes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Coffee machine. A window. Very nice. Very cool. Alright, where are we going to go? We want to go to engineering first. Let's head down to engineering. Now, all of CIG's ships, all of Star Citizen's ships, are metrics now. Pretty much all of the new ships are like in proper metrics, like 1-to-1 with real life scales. So, very, very cool. What do we got here? What do we got here? A panel, engineering. Doesn't this remind you guys of Alien Isolation? This is so Alien Isolation, guys. Imagine having one of these ships, or imagine this. One of these ships sends out a distress call. You go on board to help. There's nobody on here. And then you find out that there's a xenomorph in the vents, and it just pops down from there. Life support module. Alright, so life support. Just a quick word about the life support. Life support is going to determine how many people you can carry on a ship. So as I said, this ship can carry like 80 people. Now, what's stopping you from piling in 80 people on board a Caterpillar? Nothing, really. They can just all stand, right? You can pile in 80 people into the Caterpillar. Now, as long as you're in atmosphere, that should be fine. If you're in within breathable atmosphere, that should be fine. But as soon as you head out into space, well, the ship's life support module and what it's designed to do, how many people it's designed to support, is going to be really crucial. So if you have 80 people in a Javelin, that's no problem, because the life support module will take that carbon monoxide that people exhale, and it will, or carbon dioxide I should say, and and scrub it and clean it and replace it with clean oxygen. So that life support module is going to determine how many people you can put on a ship. So yeah. So drop ships like the Prowler and all that will be equipped for that. And ships like the Cutlass will only be able to carry like 2 or 3 people. Of course you can pack more people in, but that doesn't mean necessarily they're going to survive. Alright, so this place looks like a prison. Cell 1 to 14. That's like the brig. That's where all the prisoners are kept. Alright, engineering room. Check out this panel. This is one of those panels with the glass where you break the glass and then you do the emergency override. What is this? Starboard. What is that? Blast doors. Something's leaking. There's water everywhere. Uh-oh. There's a xenomorph in the vent. Alright, let's go. Quick. Hello? This place is super dark. And I'm expecting a xenomorph to jump out at any minute. Alright, everything is blocked off here, pretty much. We're not allowed to go anywhere. Manual override. Yeah, this is so Alien Isolation. And I guarantee you, there will be missions like that, where you have to come on board one of these ships that's in distress, and there will be a creepy crawly waiting for you. An extraterrestrial creepy crawly. Very nice. So any of you, my viewers, anybody watching this video, do you guys have a Javelin? Do you own a Javelin? Do you want a Javelin? And if you want a Javelin, or if you have a Javelin, what do you intend to use the ship for? Do you have an organization? Are you the leader of an org? Alright, where we gotta go? We gotta go to the bridge armory that way. Bridge armory that way. Okay, same thing. Interesting. Blast doors. Now, one important thing is on ships, whether they be seafaring vessels or, in this case, futuristic spacecraft, it's very important to be able to isolate leaks or flooding in case of maritime ships, vessels. So blast doors are used to isolate decompressions in this case. Blast doors. Yes, sir. Yep, it's not allowed. I understand. Armory is blocked off. Of course it's blocked off. What's this place? Briefing room. Yes, let's go ahead and get inside the briefing room. Whoop, okay. That's not a briefing room. Briefing room this way. Yes, sir. Hello? Check it out.
Hello. Welcome to the UEES Warhammer. This Javelin class destroyer was
How cool is that? This is like where pilots sit, the officers or whoever sits, and they get a briefing for a particular mission.
The ship initially served as a combat support vessel in the 2nd Fleet, 6th Battle Group, a posting that was originally built by Aegis Dynamics.
All right, guys. As cool as this is, we gotta go. We gotta go. All right, where does this place go? Okay, that area is blocked off, so we gotta go this way. Hello? There we go. So I think this is about it for this side of the ship. We've seen everything that we can see, I think. This just goes back to the briefing room. I think it does. Yeah, briefing room, armory, same thing. So we've pretty much seen everything now. Now this ship, the UEE Warhammer, was recently enrolled, as the lady said, as the officers, the turret officer said, was involved against the Xenothreat terrorist incident. If you guys remember the Xenothreat video that I did, if you guys haven't watched it, you can go ahead and click on that suggestion and go ahead and watch that. So the Xenothreat terrorist groups attacked Stanton system, and this ship, the Javelin, was there to help us, and we had to pretty much protect it, resupply it, and apparently it's damaged, so it's going to go back for repairs. All right, escape pods this way. We went that way, didn't we? Yes. Let's go. So we're back here. We're back at the beginning. Let's go back to cargo. More turrets. Sleeping quarters. We've already been to sleeping quarters. Down there is blocked. Yep, sleeping quarters. Been there. What is this place? Power right, power left. Engineering access panels. Nice. Hey, dude. Yep, got it. Maintenance. Alright, so this area is closed off for maintenance. As I said, it was damaged during that Xenothreat event, dynamic event. So, we, like, as the players, got to affect the outcome of that dynamic event. So, the more we resupplied the ship, the UEE Warhammer, the more we killed of the Xenothreat terrorists, the more this ship would, you know, would take less damage, obviously, the less damage it would take. Alright, thank you everyone. Gotta go. So that's about it for the Javelin tour, guys. That's about it. And the frame rates were subpar, to be honest. The frame rates aren't doing so good at the moment. But yeah, so it's all up to the servers, guys. It's all up to the servers. Wow, check it out. It's nighttime. Nighttime on Microtech now. So yeah, it's all up to the servers. It's all up to the servers how good your frame rates are, honestly. Wow, that's a view. That's a nice view. Alright guys, let's go ahead and see the Bengal Carrier. Alright guys, here is the Bengal Carrier. Check it out. So, unfortunately, it went dark above Everest Harbor until we finished that Javelin tour. And here is the Bengal Carrier. Now, the Bengal Carrier is manufactured by Roberts Space Industries. So, the same company that makes the old favorite Constellation. So, Roberts Space Industries makes the Bengal Carrier. Now, the Bengal Carrier, as massive, as gigantic as it is, it is still the third largest ship that we know of. So ships larger than the Bengal Carrier. Now let me tell you how large the Bengal Carrier is. The Bengal Carrier is approximately 1 kilometer long. So from bow to stern, it is 1 kilometer long. Now this ship isn't finished, as I said. It's not ready. It's not a polished ship. It is not a ship that is ready for prime time. So once it is actually finished and ready for prime time, both interior and exterior, the ship will get bigger. It will get a lot bigger. Now, there are 2 ships larger than this currently planned for Star Citizen. One of them, the one next level up from this, is the Retribution class Dreadnought, which is a human ship, a human battleship, Dreadnought, obviously. And then, of course, we have the Vanduul Kingship. The Vanduul Kingship being the largest ship that is going to be in game so far that we know of, which is over 2 kilometers, 2.5 kilometers long. So probably 2.5 times the size of this Bengal Carrier right here that you guys can see. Now the problem is that the Bengal is moving around. It's moving around. It's lagging around. I should say. So it's very difficult to give you guys a nice close-up view. I don't want to get too close because it can just lag into you. Basically, just jitters. But you guys can see it right here. But I wish it was daytime. I wish it was daytime so you guys get a much better look at the ship. Now, for size comparison, I'd like to get closer. But again, as I said, it will crash right into you. So, this thing is traveling with a pack. It's traveling with a battle group. So it's traveling with an Idris, as you guys can see up there. That's the Idris. A couple of Hammerheads. And a couple of F8 Lightnings. So over there, that's the Idris. Idris M. And of course the two or three, I believe, or maybe even 4 Hammerheads. Someone's putting us in radar lock. Probably some of the idiots here. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look underneath the ship, if we can. So there's a massive turret underneath the ship right here. There's a massive turret right there. Now again, because the colors, it's nighttime, the way that the light reflects off the ship, it's probably a little difficult to get a good understanding of what's on the ship, because obviously the ship is reflecting light in a way. But there is a turret here, trust me. There's a 4-barrel turret right above where the Harbinger is, right there. So those look like size 9s. Probably size 9s. Definitely bigger than the size 7s. But check out all those smaller turrets. Very cool. Very, very cool. So that's underneath the ship. Again, don't pay attention to the exterior model, the textures. As I said, the ship isn't ready. Isn't ready for prime time like the Javelin. Now, the inside of the ship is really, really cool as well. So there is multi-levels, multi-decks for... obviously, you know, for ships to go in. The front of the ship opens up, like right there, that beak opens up, and it allows for fighters and bombers and stuff like that. It can carry multiple retaliators, so just to give you the size of the ship. Now, one of those engines, like that engine housing right there, is probably as big as an Idris. It's a large ship, very large ship. Now, obviously, this is not for sale. Players can't own a carrier, and I hope they don't allow players to buy this, because that just kind of ruins the immersion. Let's do a flyby above the ship, Give you guys a good look above the ship. Now again, I wish this thing was stationary and it wasn't moving. I guess they've done that to stop people from stealing it. People have done that before. People have stolen like javelins and stuff like that and Idrises. Speaking of Idrises, there's an Idris right there. I don't think Squadron 42 Chapter 1 will have the Javelin in it. Like, you won't be serving on a Javelin. Mostly... I'm sorry, I mean Bengal. Like, there won't be any Bengals. There'll be just Javelins and Idrises. So it's got a strip, an airstrip kind of thing, where those red lights are. And of course, the bottom, as I said, the beak, the front opens up as well. Now, initially, when they were talking about the Javelin, this is like 5-6 years ago, they were saying that the multi-level aspect of the Javelin gives you more gameplay room than the largest battlefield map out there. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but apparently it is. Like, the gameplay area inside the Bengal will be bigger than the largest battlefield map ever. Just let that sink in for a moment, guys. If you haven't played Battlefield maps are large. They're crazy large. So if this thing is going to be that big, well, now every time that this thing comes into a system, like it comes in close to a planet, it's the servers start to lag. And here's the Idris. Nobody's paying attention to the poor Idris. It's like a small ship compared to the Bengal. This is the Idris M, by the way, and you can know that it is the Idris M by looking at that size 9. I think it's a size 9 railgun. So yeah, this is the UEE battle group. Of course, we've got the hammerheads, the fighter screen. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you guys have enjoyed Invictus Week. I hope you guys have enjoyed my coverage of Invictus Week. And yeah, let's just get a little bit closer, try our luck to give you guys the size comparison. Now, the Vanguard is a large ship. Vanguard is a large ship. It's not a small ship by any means. Let's check it out. Whoop, we don't want to crash into it. Yay! So there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed your Invictus launch week festivities. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching my coverage of it, my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, please take care. And bye-bye.